Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 1 of essentially my new take on the channel as a disc golf content creator based out of Houston. I've been ruminating for a while about trying to improve the video production that I do, and I consider what I am doing from now forward as a content upgrade. And so essentially you're going to see more things like B-roll on some videos introducing the course, and you'll see some ghetto drone previews because I don't yet have an actual drone to create drone previews, and that's something that I intend on doing in the future, as well as a few other things. I've actually created a Patreon, and I'm going to start figuring out a way to monetize in such a way, getting sponsors, affiliates, etc., support from others in and around Houston remotely to help me fund, new drones, a new PC, the editing PC, a new camera in the future. I want to film in 4K with Zoom, and I'm even thinking about getting an actual cameraman in the future just to make these videos better. And by cameraman, I mean one of my kids on their days off. Anyways, that's what's going on here. So I've returned to Cypress Wood, and I feel like this is the best course for me to do an introduction to this new type of content that I'll be producing. Basically the same old, the same people, the same courses, new courses, but I want to give a better presentation to them, and I intend to improve video quality, graphics, and presentation. So here we are. I'm at hole 1, and for this type of a content upgrade, I'm going to do these sort of man versus course type videos where I take on a course. Initially they're going to be 9 holes as I sort of feel this out and get an idea of what I can and cannot do with regard to video production. But yeah, you're going to see hopefully higher quality videos to make you want to come back and watch more. As this is a recreational disc golf channel, I'm not a pro. I'll never be a pro, and that's not my purpose to play disc golf. I want to provide entertaining disc golf content to others, and I want to have fun doing so. So with that said, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to throw off the tee, and I'm going to go ahead and give you my first throw. Hole 1, 368 feet. The basket is essentially straight ahead. If you have a good sidearm as a right-handed player, you want to essentially throw it flat and let it fade towards the basket. If you have the distance, if you're righty backhand like myself, you want to throw essentially flat with slight ante with something slightly overstable, and let it essentially fade out towards the end to get, for me at least, within 100 feet of the basket. I've got my Andrew Marweed Star Sidewinder. I'm going to just try to get it out there. I just want to get within 100 feet of the basket if possible. Holy smokes, I guess I can. Okay, 109, 110 feet from here to the basket. To be fair, I got a little lucky there. I'm throwing into a headwind, so it turned the disc a little bit more than I expected it to. That said, I'm a little more than 100 feet out, so that puts me in a great position. Just so you know, I recently purchased this Infinite Discs Power Pocket Mini, and I'm loving it. And I can now carry my rangefinder with me the whole time. So with 110 feet out, what am I going to do? I'm going to try to get, I just need it within 20 feet because I can probably make a putt within 20 feet. So I'm going to throw my Star Aviar because it's a little more aerodynamic, and I need it to cut through the wind because I've got a pretty significant headwind. Oh, it just kicked up. That's okay. Oh, I got lucky. I almost hit that tree. I'm used to turning it off there. I've got it on a tripod now. One of the aspects of this content upgrade is whenever I am playing these solo rounds by myself, I'm going to play them more like I would a tournament. In other words, focus more, practice before the round, doing field work, throwing some putters a few times, kind of warm up, doing actual warm-ups, and then practice putting, which I did before playing here. So I'm going to see if that pays off, but I'm going to sit here and have to focus for a bit so I can get this 20-footer. Oh, I pulled it. Okay, that's a bogey. As you can see, this is a bit of a long hole. In fact, if I were playing a novice or recreational level tournament, this would be rated as a par 4. As it stands, I'm just going to be playing using the scorecard that's in UDisc. I did actually create a scorecard for this because these are the rounds I'll actually score, unlike practice rounds and certain challenges where I get multiple throws off the tee, etc., or mulligans, etc. So with that said, I've got this Hawkeye here. All I want to do is get it towards the basket. I don't have high hopes given the distance. Oh yeah, I can work with that one. Okay, I'm 128 feet away per Bushnell, so that is a really good throw for me on this hole. With that said, I've got my Champion AVR. I'm going to try to, I've got a pretty tough tailwind, so I need a slight bit of Annie, and hopefully the wind doesn't bring it too far away from the basket. But I'm going to try to throw away. Well, hopefully you'll see what I do. I'm trying to throw that way. I fluffed it a little bit. Alrighty, a little disappointing that I fluffed it. I thought I made the right angle, but I didn't put enough power, not realizing that because there is a tailwind, it'll make the wind drop. I should have thrown a little bit more, but my attempt was to try to let it to fade around here and hopefully have a 20-footer. Unfortunately, I've got a 30-footer. So got to clutch up here, just focus, forget about the past, worry about what it might do. Just putt. Oh my God. Okay, here I am on hole 3. This is another long one, but it's well within my range of getting close to the basket, maybe within 30 feet. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and try this Champion Viking. And since I'm going to put a lot of force on it, what I want to try to do is avoid the bayou on the right side. But the basket is over there, and let's just see what I can do. A little too high, but I like, generally speaking, the line. And I actually crushed that for it being so high. Okay, let's see where I put myself. I'm 54 feet from the basket, which is pretty good for me. If I would have done a little bit better, aimed a little bit lower, I think I could have got closer, maybe within or reaching the circle one edge. So with that said, not a real significant chance I can make this, so I need to make a safe putt. I'm not even going to attempt a safe bid, because with the safe bid, what you can do is really mess up what you're doing and end up with a tester. I only want to get par here. I'm not trying to run the basket. I'm trying to get this as close as I can to the basket. That was not a safe bid. That was a layup. Also, what I will do on this channel is I'm going to film less of the tap ins. I'm filming this tap in just so I can make the point that in the future, to conserve some time, I'm probably not going to show every single tap in that I ever do. If it generally gets within the bullseye, I'm going to presume that it went in and move on to the next hole. This is another long one. Basket is actually on the other side of that bush. You can't see, I've left the indicator there so you have an idea where I'm throwing. And this is every bit of 300 feet from here to the basket. I've still got a little bit of a headwind. I'm going to throw into it with this relatively stable sidewinder again, just see if I can get some more distance. Nice. See how I tried waiting for the heel to plant before throwing? I'm trying, guys. Okay, I've got myself a little bit of a conundrum here. I can't actually see the basket from where my lie is, from where the disc is. Places it at 90 feet from the basket, so I've got to get something overstable and hyzer it around there. I'm gonna throw a pig. Taking my time, I'm not in a hurry. There we go. Oh, got a putt. Okay, the good news is I got close. The bad news is the wind is starting to pick up a little bit. I'm about 15 out. Nice and slow, take my time. Ooh, I had a half yip. And before I go to the next hole, I just want to say I am trying to slow it down even when I'm putting, like slow it down, try to focus on getting the disc into the basket. And that's kind of what I did there. And I think that slower approach, particularly towards the beginning, minimized the yip I would have normally had there. So something to consider. Okay, from here I've got a right to left wind, so I'm throwing something relatively flat and stable to get decent distance. I'm not going to try to rip this, considering the way I've been fixing my form. I pull too hard to the right and it turns. So what I'm going to do is a nice casual throw with my Centurion. I waited for the foot. Oh my God. Okay, so that's one of the better throws, and I'm gonna take it. Okay, so for real, this is probably one of the best throws I've ever done on this hole. Clearly some of the things I'm learning is helping. About 76 feet to the basket. Yeah, 78, 76. So, can't quite get it there with a putt. I can get it within putting distance with a putt, but really all I need is a throw towards the base of it. I'm gonna pull out my Rhino to try to get something close. That is all I want. So yeah, just keeping it real with everyone. I'm trying to do my best in these scored rounds. Nice and slow, not in a hurry. Nail that putt. Okay, this is my nemesis hole. The basket is every bit of 250 feet in that direction. All I got to do is get out of the gap. I can get a 3 so long as I make it through the gap. Oh yeah. Sorry, I kind of freaked out in the middle of the throw because I thought I was going to hit the tree. Okay, I'm 77 feet, 74 feet from the basket. With that said, I'm going to take my Aviar X3 because it's very overstable and I've got a significant cross side wind. So I just want to get this close to the basket. That is exactly what I wanted to do. Hit the pole. Actually, let me put it to the comments. Do you want me to take out these tap-ins or leave them in? I was convinced they're really not needed because I wanted to speed things up, but I'm open to feedback. So please leave in the comments below if you think I should get rid of tap-ins or leave them in. Coming in at over 340 feet, that basket is a really tough one to get in 3 for someone at my level. This is almost on the edge of a par 4 if you're playing novice, but for rec, which is kind of where I'm aiming at now in terms of my play and what I think I'm at, the division I think I should be playing in soon. I'm just going to try to get it 200 plus feet. I got my Centurion again. I'm going to see what I can do just to get it down there. Too high. In the fairway, right about halfway. Okay, we're 170 feet per Bushnell. I'm not going to bother to show y'all. Y'all know what it looks like to use a Bushnell. Ooh, that's going to be a tough putt. Okay, I'm just outside the circle, but to be honest, I don't jump or step putt anyways, so that's not going to really affect that. I just need to get it. I am going to try to do a soft bed towards it, but I'm not going to try to go really high and end up with a comebacker. Oh God, that was a soft bed. I was a little scared. I'll take a bogey. Remember to comment below, do you want to see tap-ins on future videos like this? Okay, hole 8 is legitimately a par 4 if you're playing at the novice or recreational level like myself. The basket is straight ahead that way. You're not going to be able to see it, but it's on the other side of that tree. And that's essentially where I'm throwing. But to be honest, I'm just trying to throw straight and let it fade naturally. So I'm taking my Valkyrie. It doesn't fade hard and hopefully doesn't turn easily. Oh my goodness. That was a crush for me. A little low, but I'll take it. Okay, you can finally see the basket. The tree in front of it is 153 feet away, so the basket itself is, well, just beyond it. It's hard to focus in on this with this bush now. So really all I want to do is get this over there. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Star AVR 3 and I'm just going to throw it there. This is a really hard par to get, and I'm not focused on getting a par. I'm just focused on getting over there. And the headwind should be a right to left, but it's okay. Now it's a left to right. Ooh, I've got a really long putt. Okay, we have another tester putt. This is another outside the circle putt. I'm probably a good 35 out. So all I want to do is responsible bid. Oh my God, I'll take it. All right, good game everyone. This is hole 9. This is the actual longest hole on the course, and I think for most people at the novice recreational level, it's a par 4. That said, it's a par 3, and I'm going to see how far I can get a driver down here. Ooh, I can work with that. Okay, so this was a really good rip for me, but unfortunately I had a little bit too much anhyzer, so I pulled it in towards the woods. But this is actually a good spot to be if you can get it. 170 to the basket, so I'm gonna have to figure out what putter I'm gonna use for an approach. I'm gonna need something with a little stability. I should have thrown a Champion AVR on that last hole to get me closer to the basket, and I chose something that was more stable. That said, I'm gonna try again with this AVR 3 because it's slightly more aerodynamic than the AVR, and this is about the distance I need it. There we go. Well, the bird thought I was aiming for it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make a mental note for myself, or maybe a video note for myself in the form of this. I should have thrown my AVR. It's flatter, and I think it would have landed closer than the more stable premium plastic AVR 3. Here I am, circle's edge yet again. Getting a par here would be fantastic for me. But not meant to be. Okay, yet another tap in. Alrighty, maybe I should keep these in. All right, well that is going to do it. I hope you get an idea of what I want to do on this channel for future content. A little bit higher quality videos. Going to be less of them because I'm going to try to put more effort into each and every video. So when you sit down and you watch one of these videos, you can enjoy it and see some of the extra stuff that I put in it. But with that said, I hope you like it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, as I have more fun disc golf content on the way, and hopefully higher quality disc golf content. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.